So we can see here this is straight out the camera. This has no compression on it in standard C-Log 709. So we can see it's looking very faded. Colors aren't great, but we kind of expect this as a raw image. All of these are 20-second clips, so you can see the size of them as well. You can also see that there's not a lot of difference between the compression and the full. Identical in color, and I'd say movement is about the same as well. So again, great way of saving some space, especially with the size of 4K videos these days. Then what we can see here is we're changing the C-Log to 2020. Right out the bat, it doesn't really look any different at all. The size is about the same as well. So I'd probably recommend 709 because it's more commonly used and easier to edit. And then the next one is the Canon Cinema. So you can see this does look a little bit different in color out of the bat, but of course this is going to need some edit in some software later on. And again, similar sort of size files. What's interesting now is we're going to turn C-Log off and we're going to look at the camera recording straight out. So we can see straight away more color, more vibrance, but of course it means less flexibility, but of course easier to use. Probably see that the whites are too white. This is on ISO 100, so not a lot I could compensate unless I start changing around with the shutter speeds. And then we've got compression to no compression. I'd say again, this is hardly making any difference between the two, so I'd probably keep recording with compression on, just to kind of literally cut the file sizes in half. The next one is really interesting. So this is kind of full auto scene mode. So a bit like your iPhone, out of the box, what does it do using the software and technology inside the camera? I'd say this is quite a pleasing photo. Again, the colors probably look a lot richer than they did in real life. I'm very much not as red as that in real life, but again, it's quite a pleasing video out of the box. Then what we've done here is we've gone into Davinci and we've added the standard kind of color space transformation to see what these different ones look like. So this is the 709. Again, I'm very red there. Car's almost turquoise, very in the green, so a lot of editing would be needed on that one. 2020, I would say it looks identical. So whether it does look identical, I don't know, but again, you can see the redness on my face is, I'd say, too red, and the car's not quite that realistic. The interesting one next actually is, again, C-Log, but it's C-Log with Cinema Gamut, and I'd say this is much more probably realistic. It was quite a dull day, so this is probably the truest representation of what it looked like. Again, it's still in C-Log, so you can still edit with this. But then again, there's your comparisons.